Hello everyone, my name is Andy. Today is Sunday, August 6th. Time is around 8 GMT, and we will have a look at the Dow Jones futures on the Oanda platform. So it's Sunday, markets are closed, but in the weekend I always analyze the higher time frame, the weekly, the daily, as a preparation for the trading week, but also for investors. And so here we are looking at the weekly chart. So my take on the Dow Jones is that we did an impulse here to the upside, 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We end with divergence. The cycle is over, and then we had something corrective here to the downside. I label it as an ABC. So or wave two here to correct this wave one to the upside. We had a wave two to the downside, and so normally this wave two should go into this area here between the 0.5 and the 0.854 FIB retracement, but that did not happen. We returned from here, but okay, that's sometimes it happens that wave 2 does not reach this 0.5 FIB retracement. This is also a guideline. It's not a rule. And so from here we are seeing more upside. And so here in the primary scenario, that would mean that we would go into this area here for our wave 3. If we take the length of our wave 1, the length of our wave 2, then we should go here into this area between the 1 and the 1.618 extension. Of course, we do not go there as a straight line. We should go there again in 5 waves. So I think now we are working here on this wave 1 to the upside, which we will analyze in more detail in a minute. But first, I would like to share also a bearish scenario with you in the weekly. So this looks quite bullish, but it could be that like this wave 2 correction here is still ongoing, and that we are doing something like this: 1, 2, 3 down. So that that's something like that. This is our wave A, this is our wave B, and that we still need our wave C to the downside, or another or a WXY structure. That's also possible, but the key is that like from an Elliott wave point of view, this would also be like a correct wave count, or a scenario that is possible. I mean, so that the correction in the wave 2 is not over yet. If we would take out this high here, the all-time high, we would have a bit more certainty, because then it looks like we make a new high, and we continue the sequence of higher highs, higher lows. But like this is still possible, a deeper retracement into this area. However, it's not my primary scenario. I can also not make it my primary scenario, because current price level is here, the low is here, so it makes more sense to assume a bullish scenario as my primary scenario. However, this bearish one is still possible, of course. Then if we look at the daily, I will take immediately the 4-hour chart. So this here was our wave 2 low. Excuse me. This here was our wave 2 low, and so for now it looks like we are doing, or we did here, a wave 1 to the upside, then a wave 2 to the downside. Very nice wave 2. Actually, we reached the minimum requirement, the 0.5 level, and from here we saw again more upside. We have a nice ABC structure here. So good wave 2 correction, and then actually here again the same wave 1 to the upside, wave 2 to the downside. Nice corrective move. We reached the 0.5 level, and from there we saw again more upside. And so if this here is our wave 1, this is our wave 2, then we can project the area where our wave 3 should go. Like we take the length of our wave 1, the length of our wave 2, and then we know that our wave 3 should go into this area here between the 1 and the 1.618 FIB extension here, or wave 3. And of course, we should go there like in 5 waves. We already have a wave 1, a wave 2. And so now I think we are working on this wave 3 here. And yeah, I would say for investors, there's not much to do right now. I would wait for a decent pullback before buying again. Like we are somewhere in between here. Yeah, of course, it looks like there is way more upside here, but yeah, this bullish scenario does not have to play out, of course. Like I described a bearish scenario in the weekly, and it's still possible that that this happens. So as an investor, I would just wait for a clear pullback before buying again. And yeah, it might be that this kind of pullback has started now. I think it's a very interesting situation now for traders. So if we look at the internals here of this wave 3, this one should again go in 3, and I believe we have a wave 1 here, a wave 2. We are currently working on this wave 3, and yeah, it looks like this wave 3 is yeah, not complete yet, because it should go in 5, and for now, yeah, you can always make a case for 5 waves, but the most clearest one is that we only have 3 swings right now, like 1, 2, 3. This is what we have. So a fourth and a fifth is missing. And so now I believe we are working on this fourth and this fourth swing, and then the 5 should follow. Like if we have a closer look at this now, we also know that if this is our wave 3, then we know the target area for our wave 4. So we take the length of our wave 3, and then our wave 4 should go here into this area between the 0.236 and the 0.618 FIB retracement. So this is the primary scenario, which would mean that we try to buy this wave 4. But of course, if the scenario plays out like I described in the weekly, that this is just all part of the higher degree wave 2, then it could be that our high is in here. It's not my primary expectation. I would at least expect that we finish this wave up here. This looks incomplete, but it can be that the high is in here. And so, okay, but it's not my primary one. So let's have a closer look at the primary one. If this is a wave 4, we actually, last week, we tried to buy this wave 4. Like if we have a look in the 1 hour, eventually it looked quite good. Like we went long from this area, so we had a reaction to the upside. But then in the second part of the trading session of Friday, we came down again, and I also warned for the scenario that we would have some kind of rally, but eventually we would fail, and then we can do the double correction. And this is also what happened. So I was stopped out here, but without any loss. I was already risk free, and yeah. So now we have to look for. Or we have to assume the double correction now. So if we still believe in the bullish scenario as the primary one, it would mean that this is only a wave 4 and that we see more upside. So then our next area to watch, but we will analyze this in closer in more detail next week when we analyze the lower time frame. This is so this would then be WXY correction. Then we take the length of our wave W, the length of our wave X, and then the next area to watch here is this one, the leg Y. From here we can expect again more upside, but this should again go in an ABC. So what we will see, or what we should see, is like A, B, C down, something like this in 3 waves. But this is actually for next week. Okay, that was my analysis of the higher time frame. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment to support my work, and I see you on Monday for a new video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.